Hey guys, welcome to Sing Like a Native. I'm Abby Lewis, and today I just want to share a little encouragement with you, a little background story of why I started this channel, why I'm super excited to be able to help you guys. So here we go. A few years ago, I don't even remember, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I was at a workshop for musicians in Budapest, and there was this singer-songwriter, an older Hungarian guy who's been in the industry for years. He was giving a lecture on Hungarian songwriting and how and what types of writing styles and how to go about it and all this kind of stuff. And at the end there was a Q&A, and I raised my hand, and there's a room of about, I don't know, like 50 people or so. I asked him in Hungarian, hey, so what tips would you give to a non-native speaker who wants to get started writing songs in Hungarian? What should I do? Like, what kind of creative literature should I read? What kind of practices can I do that increase my creative use of the language? What would he say to someone who's trying to write in Hungarian and it's not their first language? And so this guy proceeded to kind of think and try to give tips. But then by the end, he just said, yeah, but, you know, I can say all this, but at the end of the day, I think you will pretty much never be able to write lyrics like a Hungarian. And I don't remember exactly how he said it, you guys, but it was something along the lines of, like, basically the gist of it was I shouldn't even try because Hungarian is so difficult and I'm American. It's not my native language. I should just stick to my language. I should just stick to what I know, because probably I'm never going to be able to achieve what I want. Sounds really encouraging, right? I don't remember this guy's name. I know that he was some like really well-known songwriter. I'm not really like always following the Hungarian music scene, even though I live in Budapest. That's where I'm local to. Most of my clients are Hungarian. But to be honest, I'm more interested in what's happening in the whole world of music. I kind of pay attention to the biggest, most popular performers in Hungary. But as far as like people who were really super popular 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I'm not really super like up to date. But this is kind of like a guy that everyone in the industry would know. I just sat there and I thought, man, not only is what he said super discouraging, but in front of 50 other people, you know, like it made me feel really bad. Like he just kind of belittled me in front of everybody. You know what I mean? And to me, it's sad that there are certain scenes and there are certain attitudes within the international music scene or even local scenes where instead of helping each other, instead of connecting and saying, hey, how can we improve together? How can I trade my expertise for your expertise? How can you as a Hungarian or Italian or French person or a Mexican person or any sort of nationality, how can you help me improve in my skills? If I'm someone who wants to write songs in Spanish, if I'm someone who wants to write songs in Italian, but I'm not a native, and you want to learn how to write in English, how can we help each other improve? How can we build each other up? How can we encourage each other? Because I believe, you guys, and I know this sounds super cheesy, but literally, if you set your mind to something, nothing is impossible. If you want something bad enough, if you're passionate enough, if you're driven enough, if you have the ear for the language, if you're already musical, you guys, you can do it. You can write songs in English. You can perform in English. And actually, you can use the fact that you're a foreigner to your advantage. That's something that makes you unique. That's something that if you learn the rules of the language, if you learn how to make that language your own and use it in the correct way, then you can add something beautiful and unique to it that a native wouldn't think of. A different perspective from your own culture, a different perspective from your own life, a vocal styling that's maybe a bit unique or not something you hear every day from an American, but it's actually really cool, you know? Like I can name artists, probably lots of them, that are not native speakers, but they made it big using their second language, English, to break into the international music scene, and you can too. So I just wanted to say, you guys, that don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. Don't let anyone tell you you're not capable of doing this. Don't let anyone decide your future for you because they don't believe in you. They don't believe in your abilities. They don't believe, whether that be because you started late or because right now your language or your accent is not where you want it to be. Don't let anyone else decide what the future looks like for you and how you're going to improve. And just to wrap up that story, you guys, I did hesitate. I waited. Now I think it's been 3 or 4 years because this guy really discouraged me. I let this person discourage me from writing in Hungarian. I said, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe I should just focus on writing English songs anyway. So long story short, a couple weeks ago, I received a new songwriting client, a Hungarian, who asked me to write a Hungarian song for her. And I tried to explain, I said, hey, look, I don't write songs in Hungarian. I don't even know if I can do it. I've never even tried, but she insisted, you guys, and I'm so grateful she did, because I sat down, I made myself experiment, and guess what? I did it, you guys. I wrote a Hungarian song. It's simple. I won't tell you like it's some amazing piece of poetry or anything like that. It's a simple song. I had my husband look over it to see, because my husband is Hungarian, I had him look over it to see if there were any mistakes or to give different suggestions. But you guys, I did it. I did it all by myself. I wrote a Hungarian song. I'm super proud of it. I don't know what's gonna happen with it yet. It might end up belonging to this woman. It might be my song. We're still deciding. I'm gonna write a few more, and she's probably gonna choose from the songs that I write. I could have been making progress these past 3 or 4 years if I would have just started, if I wouldn't have been afraid to fail, if I wouldn't have been afraid to sound silly, if I wouldn't have been afraid to have people criticize me or say, wow, this is really bad. Like, you know, if you wanna start doing anything, if you wanna be good at anything, you have to fail. Like, that comes with failing. Failing is actually part of succeeding and reaching your goals and achieving your goals. If you don't try at all, you're never gonna get there. Go out on a limb. I know you feel vulnerable. I know it feels scary to try if you've never written songs in English, but I wanna encourage you to start, even if it's a string of cliches that you've heard from other songs, even if it's the simplest thing you've ever written. Just start somewhere, you guys, and it's gonna go from there. It's gonna improve, it's gonna skyrocket, and I'm here to help you with tips every step of the way. I'm your personal English accent coach and songwriting coach. So if you guys have questions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to make content that really relates to the struggles my audience is having, to the questions that you guys have, things that will really help you. So please just let me know, what are the topics you'd like to see videos about, that you would like to improve in. Let's get to it. Let's sing and write like native American English singer-songwriters, or even better, like the best version of yourself in the English language. See you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.